Hello, I'm Penny. Welcome to our chakra series. Today's is a yin class to help balance the chakras and do a chakra reset. So all you need for props are blocks or anything you can use for blocks, even books. A bolster if you'd like, not completely necessary, but helpful, and a blanket if you would like, or even a flat pillow. So go ahead and get your props and meet me back here at the mat. Okay, so our first yin posture we're going to do today is bring your feet together and knees are going to be out to the side. You're welcome to sit on a block if you feel like your hips are too low, or even on the blanket, and you're also welcome to put some props underneath your knees if you feel like your knees are hanging. So this first chakra, Muladhara, is just to help us ground ourselves. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you can come forward. And since this is a yin class, just go ahead and hang your head down and let your head just relax. You can take a block if you don't want your head dangling and just place it either on the floor or on your feet so your head has a place to rest, or you can just let your head dangle. And we're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So take a breath in and exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. Just allow yourself to melt into this cobbler's position. Butterfly in yin. And since this is for the first chakra, just go ahead and think of grounding yourself into the floor, being grounded like a tree. Focus on your root chakra. It's all about feeling safe, home, finances. Take a long breath in and a long, slow breath out. Remember, you are strong. You are rooted into the earth. So just let your knees feel like they're heavy. Let your head feel heavy. That root chakra is at the base of your spine. Helps you with security, your right to be, your right to exist. We'll just be here for a couple more moments. Take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. And when you're ready, just use your hands to push yourself up into a seated position. take your hands on your knees and bring your knees in. Pull your knees into yourself and move your blocks if you're using any blocks or props. And just sit for a moment in that first chakra, that grounding chakra. All about security, all about finances, all about home. Let's go into the second chakra. Now, the second chakra is all about moving on. And it is right in your lower abdominals here along the spine as well. So we are going to open up our hips in this lunge. Now, I'm going to put a blanket here for my knee. I'm going to use the blanket for my left knee. You're welcome to do that, or even a towel. Anything so your knees, we're going to be here for a little while. And come forward with that. I'm going to come forward with my right leg, and my left knee is going to be on the floor in this lunge position here. Now, if you would like, you can take your blocks. This is perfectly optional, and hold on to your blocks. Pull your abdominals in and squeeze your glutes, and then just kind of relax them. You're also welcome to let your head fall. Now, our hips are our emotional dumping ground. Everything just kind of gets stuck in our hips, all of our emotions and our ability to move on. So we're going to be right here for a couple of minutes, opening up the second chakra, all about creativity, moving on with your life, reproduction, passion. Just take a breath in and exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. Now, if you don't want to use blocks, or you don't have blocks, you're welcome to put your hands on the floor. That would look more like this. I like using the blocks because it keeps me up higher, and I feel like I get a better opening through my hip here. And we'll be here for a couple of minutes, so just relax into this pose. The second chakra is all about the ability to move forward, fluid like water. So imagine yourself a river that just keeps moving through life. And just take nice, easy breaths in and easy breaths out. This can be kind of an emotional hold, so just remember that. It's okay if you're feeling anything. But like a river, those emotions come, those emotions go. So go ahead and just breathe through those and let them come and let them go. So you're going to take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. Another long breath in. And this time as you exhale, let's go ahead and push back with our hands. Place our right knee on the floor and go ahead and remove that blanket and just sit back for just a moment in your hero's pose. And let's go ahead and do the other side. Now, everybody's setup is different. You don't have to use this folded blanket for your knee, but I'm going to because the floor is hard. So have a folded blanket or a towel or nothing. Put your right knee on that. Take your left leg and bring it forward and just come into this nice lunge. Pull your abdominals in, squeeze your hips, and then just take a breath in and relax that. Like I said, you can be on any part of the block that you want, and you can let your head fall if you'd like. And we'll be here for about 3 minutes. So take a breath in and exhale. This second chakra has a lot to do with creativity, passion, reproduction, the ability to move forward through life fluidly. And this position can be kind of hard to hold, so if you find yourself fidgeting, that's okay. It happens. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. Imagine that river, the river of life flowing. Imagine your psoas just opening up. That's your hip flexor muscle. Imagine letting go anything you've been storing in your hips. Just let that go. And take long breaths in and long breaths out. And let your hips be heavy. Let those emotions roll away down the river. Like I said, emotions never stay long. They come, they go. Feelings come, they go. And take a breath in and exhale. And breathe in again. And exhale. And one more time, take a deep breath in. And exhale. And now push with your hands on the block or on the floor. Push back just a little bit. Take that left leg and put your left knee down, or whichever leg you used, and move that blanket away for just a moment. And let's come into a hero's pose one more time and let that hip flexors settle. That can be very emotional. So our next pose that we're going to do is for the third chakra, and that's all about willpower. It also helps with digestion. So if you have a bolster, that's really going to help with this particular session for this particular chakra. If you don't have one, I welcome you to just lay on the floor or even lay on your back to do these twists. So if you have a bolster, bring your bolster here and come onto your right hip. And then you're going to bring that bolster close to you and then just lay over the top of it. Now you can lay with your head turning towards the same as your knees, or you can go ahead and turn towards the right side. So my knees are on the left side and my head is turning to the right. That is your choice for this. And this is a twisting posture, but it's very restorative. If you do not want to use a bolster, I invite you to even put a pillow, and you can be face down here, and you can pillow your head with your hands if you'd like, and you're going to be just like that. So with or without the bolster, since I have the bolster here, I'm going to use it. It's actually very comforting to use the bolster and stay in this lovely twisted position here. Now the third chakra is all about self-control, self-power. It's about your ability. It's also, of course, about digestion. So take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. And close your eyes. And envision something you would like to either accept in your life or something you would like to change by hard work or even patience. If this makes your neck uncomfortable, you can bring it into a neutral position or even go the same direction as your knees. I'm going to keep mine turned the opposite direction. It feels really nice on my neck. So the third chakra actually works with your solar plexus, your gut feeling, your willpower, your confidence. So take some deep breaths in and exhale. And just imagine the things that you would like to see in your life. The changes that you would like to see in your life. Even if they're hard work, you can do them. Take a nice long breath in and a long breath out. And very carefully press your hands into the floor and come up to sit for just a moment. And come back into that hero's pose to reset. And take your bolster if you're using that or a pillow. And we're going to do the other side. So this other side, all we're going to do is take our knees to the right, because my knees were to the left last time. If you had them to the other side, just do the side that you haven't done. Bring your bolster in towards your hip and then just lay over the top of it. And I'm going to turn my head in the opposite direction. And just let your arms just kind of fall. And imagine all the things you could do if you had the trust, the willpower in yourself and in others. And just take a long breath in here and a long breath out. Let your body be heavy. And anything that's bothering you, just let that go. This third chakra helps with digestion, willpower, gutting something out. And the location is right about your solar plexus, also about right below your floating rib, approximately. So breathe some energy right there. Just take breaths in and exhale. And this chakra is ruled by fire. So you have a fire in your deep down in yourself. And take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. Anytime if you're with your head down, you can have it down on the pillow, or you can turn it the same direction as your knees. So don't strain your neck. Take another long breath in and long breath out. We're going to go ahead and put your hands on the floor and push yourself out of this position. Let's go ahead and move that bolster out of the way and come back into hero's pose for just one moment while we get ready for the fourth chakra. Now, the fourth chakra is the heart chakra, and that's all about connection, emotions like love, just having an open heart also helps open up the chest. So I'm going to set my blocks here, on the medium side, and I'm going to set my other block on the higher side. And as part of the throat chakra, the heart and throat chakra are very close together. We're going to actually drop this higher bolster down to a flatter for your neck if you'd like. We do not have to do that if you don't want to, if it's not comfortable for your neck. And then we're going to do another pose to open up the back of the neck. Okay, so for heart chakra, you are welcome to use your bolster underneath your knees if you'd like, just like that, or just leave them straight. I'm going to leave that up to you. Line this bolster underneath your spine, and then lay your head on this block for your heart bench. Now, if you don't have blocks, I want you to use your bolster if you would like. Or even you could actually also use a roller if you'd like under your spine. It's up to you. And take a long breath in and a long breath out. And focus your attention on your heart chakra. On loving yourself, self-acceptance. And take a long breath in. And a long, slow breath out, focusing on that chest opening, opening up the heart chakra. Envisioning love and acceptance. You can close your eyes. See your heart beating in your mind's eye. Sending your heart love for all the work that it does. Taking long breaths in. Long, slow, complete breaths out. Visualize your shoulders opening, your heart opening. This heart chakra, the fourth chakra, also goes into your hands. You can imagine them opening and then reaching around to hug or to hold. And the heart chakra is right at the middle of the chest, and it goes into the back, just right below where the shoulder blades are, around right about where the shoulder blades end. So take a long, slow breath in and a long breath out. And if you would like, you can move that bolster down to its lowest end on the block and drop your head down to open up the throat, which is the fifth chakra. And our next move is going to open up the back as well as the neck. And we'll just be here for a little bit. If this is uncomfortable for your neck, you can put your head on a neutral so it doesn't, just so it kind of opens up. So I'll leave that up to you. And for this particular move, let's focus on our throat chakra, opening up the throat, healing the thyroid, communication. Not only communication, but also the ability to voice, to sing, creativity. So take a breath in and exhale, just sending some really healing energy to your throat, your thyroid. So take a long breath in and a long, slow breath out. And we're going to put your hands on the floor and just literally push up into the floor. And you might feel a little dizzy if your head was all the way back. So just sit for just a moment. And then go ahead and bring your knees in and give your knees a hug in this seated position here. And then from here, we're going to do a forward fold. And you're also welcome to use blocks for this. So this is going to work on the back of the neck and the back of the heart chakra, as well as the back of the throat chakra. So they're very related, so we can get both of them at the same time. So what I want you to do is to pull your abdominals in, and you're welcome, if you're feeling like your tailbone is getting stuck underneath you, is to sit up on a blanket here and come to the edge of the blanket. Now you have a little bit of a tilt in your hips. Not necessary, but very helpful for some people. And then go ahead and pull your toes and your tummy in, and then just let everything relax and come forward. Now, for some people, they're fine with their head just hanging, and that's great. For other people, they would prefer to have their head on a block. That's up to you. You don't have to reach for anything. You have nowhere you need to go. Just come forward and just relax. And we'll be here for several minutes. Now, this forward fold helps open up the back of the heart chakra, but also the back of the neck. So let your head fall heavy if you can. And take a long breath in and a long breath out. And imagine your neck just relaxing, unraveling, letting all your tension in your upper back and shoulders go. Sending that heat to your upper back and the back of your neck, the back of your head. Just keep taking those long breaths in, letting your body just unwind. The throat chakra really helps you to be able to speak for yourself, speak clearly, but it also works with the ears, so the ability to listen. So focus on your neck and your ears, the ability to hear, and the ability to communicate. And your upper back, where your heart chakra is, right around where the shoulder blades end. And focus on compassion for yourself, compassion for others. And letting things go that just don't serve you. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, let everything go that no longer has a place in your life. Let go of the chattering, things that you want to say that you never say. Let it go. Or maybe reorganize what you'd like to say in a way that it's effective when you go to say it to somebody. The throat chakra also works for our self-talk, so that's something else you want to have a little bit clearer sometimes for yourself. So take a long breath in, a long, slow breath out. Take a breath in and use your hands to walk up your legs and come to your seated position. So we have one more pose that we're going to do before Shavasana, and this is for the 6th chakra, the third eye, and that's going to be a wide-legged child's pose. So if you would like, you can use your blanket to put your knees on if the floor is sore, because we'll be here for about 3 minutes. Knees apart, toes together, and then just come forward. And place your forehead on the floor, or you can even place it on a block. I'll give you one more thing you can do with the bolster for your child's pose, and that is to bring your bolster in between your knees and just place your head on the bolster for your child's pose. This one is more restorative. This is very relaxing. So I'm just going to use a regular wide-legged child's pose, and I'm just going to let my arms relax on the floor. And if you want, you can even let your arms relax behind you. But I'm going to bring mine right in front and just let them relax. Also, you can put your third eye on your forehead on your hands as well. Now, the 6th chakra is all about the ability to envision. So the 6th chakra is the third eye. It works with your vision. It works with The ability to see what can, what is, to concentrate. It works with the pituitary gland as well. And that works with melatonin, works with sleep. So take a long breath in and a long breath out. And if your forehead is like, I don't want to have you put my push down, you can also just turn your head to the side, whatever's the more comfortable one. Take a breath in, focusing on your third eye, focusing on the sixth chakra. You can focus on the pituitary gland. Sixth chakra also works with your circadian rhythm, so it's really nice to balance it out. And take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. Still focusing on that third eye, focusing on your intuition, your vision for your life. Bringing some energy into there with your breath. Long breath in. And long, slow breath out. Let's go ahead and just push out of that child's pose and come up into a hero's pose if you'd like. And our last pose that we're going to do for the seventh chakra is Shavasana. And that's one of the balancing ones for the seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra. All about focusing on your kind of more your spiritual heightened side and the ability to relax. So what we're going to do is, it's up to you. If you have a bolster, you're welcome to use that. If you have a blanket, you're welcome to put that on top. You're also welcome to pretty much do anything you like, but put your head on a blanket as a pillow. So go ahead and just lay back, whatever's comfortable. You can even, for a lot of people, just put your legs up the wall. That's also a really nice Shavasana. And whether you're using a bolster or not, just take a breath in and exhale. And you can use, like I said, a blanket for a pillow, or you can just let your head fall down. Take your hands, you can put one on your heart and the other on your abdominals. Take some nice breaths into the crown chakra, which is right basically at this, what was used to be the soft spot when you were a child, right up in here. And breathe in some energy into your crown chakra. All about your connecting to your spirituality. Imagine a white, bright energy coming from that crown chakra. As you take a breath in, imagine that light in the crown chakra and all of that energy going down to the 6th chakra, the 5th, the heart, which is the 4th, the 3rd chakra, the 2nd chakra, and the grounding 1st chakra. And then imagine that energy going all the way back to the crown chakra. So just take a breath in and exhale. And imagine that bright light coming in through the crown chakra and then all that energy going from the crown all the way to the 1st chakra and then back up. We have Hannigan here. Hannigan, lay down, baby. There you go. Lay down. And focus on that energy traveling from the crown chakra all the way down the 6th chakra, 5th, the heart, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, and the 1st, and then back up again from the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, which is the 3rd eye, and then back up again, letting that energy go and then bringing new energy to recycle. Take a long, slow breath in and exhale. And one more time, imagine energy coming in through the crown chakra, going down to the 3rd eye, to the throat chakra, the heart, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, which is your 2nd chakra, and your 1st chakra, your grounding chakra. And then recycling way back up again from the 1st to the 2nd to the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and back out again through the crown chakra. Take a long breath in. Long, slow breath out. Now you're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. If you're ready to close, take your hands and push them into the floor, and you're welcome to roll onto the side. And if you had a bolster there, go ahead and move that. I'm just going to move mine to the side. And we'll come to a nice closing. So come up in Sukhasana, which is just a cross-legged pose. Bring your hands, thumb and forefinger together. Close your eyes. Keeping that energy going through your body from the top of your head to your tailbone and back out again. Just imagine that. Bring your hands into prayer. We'll finish with one sound of peace, one sound of Om. Take a breath in. Om. Thank you so much for doing this yin practice with me, and we'll see you again very soon. Namaste.